Explorers are a branch of the Boy Scouts, and they get the opportunity to participate in activities that expose them to possible career choices and unique experiences.
One explorer group in Tucson is getting a taste of stunt work, Old Pueblo style, when they help celebrate the grand opening of an Old West museum this Saturday. Mike Williams and James Levin are here to tell us more. Gentlemen, stunt work, hey? How cool is that?
I have a lot of fun, and I've been having fun for almost 24 years now.
That's
doing
it?
Stunts.
Just 24 years?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, that's why we started this program, so I can teach the younger generation to do it. I'm getting too old to fall off buildings.
He's getting to the age now he falls down whether he wants to or not.
Right. But it's always intentional, though, right?
Yes.
Whenever you fall, it's always intentional.
Yes, I've never been, safety is our #1 priority, and I've never been hurt in the 23 years I've done it, and I ain't trying to start now.
No.
And what is the mission of the Explorer Post?
Basically, the mission of the Explorer Post is, as you said, to give them unique opportunities. It's kind of like on-the-job training for them. So it gives them the experience for possible career fields that they want to get into as an adult. And it's also about instilling, the life values with them: honesty, integrity, respect, and bringing them up to be responsible, caring adults. I've been approached, I know James has been approached by parents, and they see some of the shows, and they see the violence, the gunfights, the fist fights, that kind of stuff. But that's not what we're about. We're about taking these young men and women and teaching them the life values, the honesty, integrity, respect, and teaching them why it's important to hold to those values. Because if you look at the era that we portray, the late 1800s, when one of those values was broken, that was the consequences, was a fist fight, a gunfight. And that's why it's important for them to hold to these values and to live by these values and to pass these values on.
And we mentioned at the top that you're actually a branch of the Boy Scouts.
Yes.
I didn't realize that. Tell us a little bit about that partnership and how some potential Boy Scouts could branch off into Explorer Post.
You wanna? Well, like everybody knows, the BSA is loyal and trustworthy, and that's why we try to teach our kids, because we work on a point system, and they get points for all parts of their life, like even at home, because we are associated with the parents, and so if the room's not clean or they're not doing good in school, or we tell them that that's not how a young man represents himself, and it's a learning experience for us too, because some of us, we've never had a Boy Scout Explorer Post, but we have been in the business and in different movies and stuff, and we know a lot of people are in the business. So we want to teach the younger generation to be a respectful part of society.
And what are the ages of these boys that are coming here and learning, and what are the possible career opportunities that this could lead to after?
Well, like Mike was saying earlier, with our background in the movies and people we're associated with, like Old Tucson has Rob Jensen, that is the entertainment manager, and he learned under a group that I belonged to long ago when he was 17, and he's the stunt coordinator and everything out there. So with me knowing people like that, and him always looking for somebody to come to work, these guys will be already experienced and be able to go through that, audition at Old Tucson and get jobs. Or Tombstone, or Cave Creek, or wherever, because we teach camera work, and they can, they don't have to do the stunts, they can be behind the camera and whatever they want to do,
Right.
That's all fun.
It's a matter of them following what they want to follow. They don't have to do the stunts if they're not comfortable. They don't have to do the gunfights if they're not comfortable with that. There's always parts in the different shows that they can play where they're comfortable. They can play town folks, the blacksmith, things like that.
And we can see you in action this weekend.
Yes.
Tell us about the grand opening.
Yes, we're going to have gunfighters from all over Arizona, and the Explorers are going to do 2 shows that day themselves that they have learned in this. I mean, we've almost been together a year, and they're still a little rusty, but they're come 100% from where they began, and we've got a group of good boys. And we want to make sure everybody knows that this is a co-ed. So little ladies we have women advisors that work with them.
Oh, wonderful.
So
yeah, it's open to young men and ladies, 14 to 20. But basically 18, you're considered an adult. So they would be acting partly as an advisor with the younger kids because they are older and they've had a little more life experience. But at the same time, even though they are older, they'll be learning with our explorers and learning the same things that our explorers are learning.
Wow. And very quickly before we have to wrap it up, did you have something special to tell us about the guns? The boys aren't allowed to use the real ones, right?
Yes,
Right.
Mike is our gun safety officer, and he's very safety oriented of what he does. Go ahead, Mike.
These are dummy guns, or what we refer to as a dummy gun. Basically, as far as a firearm goes, it's a paperweight.
Okay.
It cannot be made to fire a live round or a blank. Basically, it's something that most people would hang on their wall. But these are what we train our explorers with. And they go through hours of gun training before they're ever turned loose with a blank gun or on the set with the black powder blanks. And we actually use, with our explorers, we use what the Cowboy Fast Draw cartridges, which are drilled to accept a 209 shotgun primer. And that's the only thing that makes the noise is the primer. There's no powder or anything like that. And they go through and they practice their shows, and with us watching them, and we make sure that the guns are pointed in the right direction, they're doing what they're supposed to, and they're being safe. And that's all done with these guns. That way we know there's no blanks on the set or anything like that until they've got the shows down and they've got them and they're doing them safely. Then we step them to the Cowboy Fast Draw blanks.
Well, I'm sorry we have to cut you off right there. That is very interesting, and if they want to learn more, they'll have to go to the website and check it out.
Yeah.
The Explorer Post 6039 will be at the grand opening of Harker's Old West Museum this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. with free admission all day. They're located at 6031 South Fontana Avenue. For more information, call 272-7439. That's 272-7439.
Still to come here on the Morning Blend, the results are in. The Humane Society of Southern Arizona is back with the outcome of the Speak for Animals telethon. That and a whole lot more after the break. Stay where you are.